Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is David with Fairmere's Rangers. We're picking back up with our Russia campaign. I think this is part 29, and we are besieging Venice here. And I'm just going to condense this down. This video is going to be a very heavily edited, so we can just kind of get through this Russia campaign, because I think at this point of the campaign, we've done most of the tactics that we are displaying in this this campaign. I don't think there's anything relatively new. If there is, we will, of course, be putting those battles on display with all their glory. But in the meantime, we're going to be condensing down some of these just so that you're not bored with this campaign. So in this battle, obviously, I used my howitzers to whittle down the Venetians and on the walls, and got them down to a small enough force that they were getting difficult to kill off. So now we're going in with the troops, taking a little bit more damage this way, but I was impatient and wanted to get this thing over with. So you're going to see the conclusion of this thing. And as you can see, the firepower that I bring to bear in this part of the campaign is just too much for the Venetians here, and heck, most of the AI at this point. So we're just steamrolling at this point of the campaign, as you will be able to tell. Okay, so this part of the battle is over, and we are going to claim Venice, and that's our first possession in Italy, and we're going to look to obviously take over that part of the European continent pretty quick, because it is a valuable asset to have, as we are already starting to make quite a bit of money on the campaign at this point, and we're going to look to just really increase that by adding these very rich, valuable regions. So anyways, let's scoot along, and later on we are going to lay siege here to Milan, and we are going to then go after Genoa, and we are going to take another army over here to lay siege to Rome itself. Got a spy over there scouting. We are currently getting the next army ready for that, so you'll see that siege take place here momentarily as we go. But you can see here we are just on the cusp of getting things completely situated here in Europe, fixing up the last little bits and pieces after we knocked out the Ottomans and took care of business versus Austria and everything else. You can see here in the map where we stand at this point. So alright, you can see here we're laying siege to Rome. We're going to, I think we just auto-resolve this one. No real sense in fighting that battle. We do take about 400 losses, but that also leaves a lot less time to get it done. And also Naples is pretty much ripe for the taking. We're going to get rid of these colleges. We don't need those any longer. Get rid of the churches, obviously, and get ready to move on. Over here in Milan, we're going to try the same thing. Just whittle them down in a pitched battle here. Now, the thing I love about the maps in Italy is you get all these mountains, and you get some pretty glorious battlefields to wage war on, which I quite like. As you can see, we're going to use our floating line technique that we love to use. We're going to bring up our lines that are fully reloaded, run back our lines that have already volleyed, and that way we keep constant fire laid into the opponent here. And them coming up the hill, we are shooting the hill a little bit, ground a little bit with one of the lines, but we're still getting some shots in there, starting to get routing. We're going to possibly look at getting a downhill charge here pretty soon They have really set themselves up for that. They're running uphill, getting a little tired. That's the I guess the dangers, if you will, of running uphill. So we're going to go ahead and start that charge. And we're going to get after them. So we're going to punch through. Over here on this flank, I forgot, and unfortunately forgot about that cav coming over there on that flank, so we're going to reposition and see if we can deal with that. We're going to set them up for a charge also. Fortunately, I was shooting myself in the back a little bit there. As you can see, starting to get some breakage on these Spanish. You can see them starting to waver over here. Yep, they're completely collapsed. So now we're going to see if we can run them down. I think it might be just the Walloon guards that are holding up. We're going to use the cav to run that down, though. That was just the line infantry holding out. But anyways, at any rate, they are pretty much done. And on the other flank, we're going to now look to focus on that. There's not really much left, just a few line. So this battle is pretty much over. Their cav's starting to rout off. As you can see, they did get into melee to us, but we're starting the melee with downhill charges into their right flank, our left. And we're just going to completely destroy the remnants of the rest of the Spanish army. A couple of their units do come back, just simply because there's so many of them routing. Just trying to run them down with only one cav, unfortunately, is a little bit difficult. So we're going to have to fend off a couple of them. But anyways, we take over that, and quickly we capture all of Italy. So that's where we stand with our map. Now we'll be able to focus a little bit more on India. With those regions captured, we just have to take out Genoa. And Milan as well. Now, I had just won a battle there, thinking I could just go up there and auto-resolve it, and it was a catastrophe of auto-resolve. I just don't get it. I lost 2,100 men in that auto-resolve. I basically lost one whole stack and just got obliterated on my other stack. And that's all because the Genoans did come in and assist them. But, I mean, I just can't believe the auto-resolve was that terrible. Just utterly terrible. I lost some good units to that auto-resolve. So, oh well. It is what it is, you know. Checking here to see how bad the damage is to my general after losing that auto-resolve. He is, I think, just a little bit better than crap now, which he used to be an extremely good general. But he did get some negative traits, unfortunately. So, over here in India, we're going to go ahead and look to take out a few of their regions and make a real aggressive push. I'm really ramping up the recruitment here in India with a lot of colonial light militia. And you can see here how we're going to utilize that with 3 light dragoons there to assist. And these light infantrymen are just going to lay down a massive amount of firepower on them. So we'll see how well they do there as we start routing off their cav. And then we'll look to push on this flank here. Or just hold this flank, if you will, while we take out that cav there. We can use our cav to sweep around and just kind of keep them tied up while we finish off the cav. One thing I do try to do is knock out that artillery. And we do end up getting that routed off. I lose a little bit of my light dragoons in it, but I think it was fairly worth it. So now we can really start being aggressive with our light infantry. And like I said, the cav is good because it does keep the AI off balance, as they'll continue repositioning to deal with the cav. As you can see here, they're more interested in trying to kill my cav than they are my light infantry. So the cav can be quite useful with the proper maneuvers. So now it's just a matter of maneuvering around these little dips and dives in the hill. Really starting to whittle them down quite nicely. Okay, got their camels routed out. Got one cav sweeping around to run down some of these routing units. And we're just slowly chipping away at these guys, as they are easily allowing us to do it. So we're having a pretty easy go of taking them down. The great thing about light infantry is you can always kind of fold back as they push you if you want to, and they can never touch you. But in this, I'm just staying in close, get better accuracy, because it is a little bit of a hillious terrain, if you will. Is that a word, hillious? Well, I guess I'm going to use it as a word. So you can see here we got another unit routed. We're going to push in closer, get ultimate accuracy. As you can see here, we're whittling them down. There goes another unit routing out. It's going to get contagious, and they're all going to bite the dust. And now we're down to these units holding up behind the wall, which we quickly end, and then this region falls to us. Well, actually, we're kicking them out of our region. There's some of these hold up units so we can move on to Bayer. So anyways, here we go, taking on another region. Take Hybridad, no need to fight that, just auto resolving, taking that one down. They're falling like a stack of cards, folding like a cheap suit. Alright, so we held up after a defense, and now we are finishing up an assault here. And we're about to take another region as we just quick lime down. As you can see, they're all blinking like it's Christmas up in this joint. Trading between quick lime and explosive shells. Yeah, they just don't stand a chance at all. Whittle them down, they're just getting crushed. Making it so easy for my men. This is how you win a fight with barely any losses right here. I love it when a plan comes together. Ooh, he thought he was getting away. Did you see that? Oh, God, that was funny. All right, so anyways, we lost 55, and we are going to take over another region. Closing in on them. We already got Bengal taken down. They're just... It's just... India's almost in our path. It's 1756. So it hadn't even been that many turns. I think it was like only 4 turns of just really making aggressive recruitments and pushing. Just because of all the money we're making. And just pushing all that money into recruiting, and pushing. Aggressiveness. And you can see here, about to take another region, leave that for siege. Got another region under siege, waiting for them to sally out. And that way we can shoot them down and take those regions over fairly easy. Now, we did get a French invasion here in Anatolia. Just can't believe the nerve of these French. So, let's go ahead and finish these French funnies off. So, one thing I find funny about the AI is just how many, in a campaign, it just seems like the AI picks certain regions they want to pick on. You know, for Prussia, if you're playing as Prussia, it always seems to be that they want to pick on East Prussia. If you're playing as a region and you take over Anatolia, they'll always ship some units, just strange nations, so you can, you know, we've seen that several times in this campaign. Just weird, strange things. So, let me know, what's the weirdest invasion you've faced? Like, for example, when you're playing as England, who's the strangest nation that's had an amphibious assault onto Ireland or Scotland? It just cracks me up sometimes, some of the bizarre ideas the AI gets. And I thought I was weird, but the AI takes the cake sometimes. As France falls here. No problemo. They're goners. Got a couple more we got to run down, but other than that, we are good to go here. Golden as a golden goose or something. So these units can go to North Africa after we finish off with that, and we'll look to push there soon enough. But back in India, meanwhile in India, we've got this army here that you might remember that I think it used to have 3 light dragoons. Well, no, that wasn't this one. But we are making another push, trying to take over another region here. Alright, so enjoy this one. This is a very undermanned force of mine. As you're going to see, a lot of Marathons coming to this battle. So let's see if we can pull this one off. This is going to be a pretty good battle. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so you can see where we have ended up for this episode, and yeah, we've gotten quite a bit accomplished, taken over quite a bit. Maratha's down to their last little bit. We'll be able to knock them out of this one here pretty quickly, and yeah, we're looking to take over North Italy. Got to finish off these guys. Sadly, I keep auto-resolving and getting crushed, but hey, you know, you got to win some to lose some. Anyways, in the next couple battles, next episode, you're going to see the invasion of the Americas and the finalization in India. So I hope you guys look forward to seeing that. We're going to be here on the next episode. Be there or be square.